In this lesson, we're chatting about the power of a brand. So, for starters, I just want to mention that when you hear the word branding, oftentimes people are referring only to a logo or a color palette or a tagline. But a brand is so much more than just the visual elements of your business. Yes, logos matter. Yes, color palettes matter. But all of the visual aspects of your brand reflect the deeper brand strategy that you've been establishing throughout the course of this program. The reason a brand is so important and so powerful is that it builds a sense of recognition with your community. It builds a sense of trust. So, what I mean by this is when you have a consistent brand who shows up in a certain way, who has a specific personality, and who shows that through a logo and color palette and messaging, when you have all of that in place consistently, it builds trust with your community. The more people see you, the more people see your brand, the more they remember your brand when it comes time for them to purchase something. So when you can be consistent in your brand, that is just like building a relationship with somebody in real life, right? Just human to human. When somebody meets you for the first time and then hangs out with you again and then hangs out with you again, and you're consistently yourself each time, that builds a sense of safety, trust, and recognition that the friendship that you're developing can be relied upon. And the same thing goes for your business and your brand. When you can create a sense of consistency, it helps people to trust that you're legit. It helps people to trust and know who you are as a brand. And it helps people remember you when it comes time for them to purchase something that they need in their own life. In addition to that, having a brand and specific brand elements really helps it make it easier on you. So when you're designing any content for your brand, any messaging, any marketing materials, or if you have a designer in the future who's doing that for you, having a solidified brand is going to help make that so much easier because you don't have to wonder, what colors am I going to use? You don't have to wonder, what image am I going to use? You have a set knowledge of who you are and how you show up, and that just saves so much brain space when it comes time to create marketing material. Lastly, another really powerful aspect of having a solid brand is that first impression, right? You know, when you go to a party and you meet somebody for the first time and you just have like an intuitive feeling immediately when you're in tune with that, you can sense like, oh, this is a really cool person, or, oh, I need to get to know this person a bit more. The same thing goes for your brand. So the first impression is huge for any human being, right? That's when we take in a lot of initial information. So when you have a brand that is put together, it's clear, it's solidified, not only in the visual elements like a logo, but also in your messaging and how you show up as a brand personality. When you have that solid and you have a knowledge of who you are as a brand and what you stand for, that first impression is going to be so much more powerful with your people. And they're going to say, what else you got? They're going to come back for more. So those are a few reasons why it's so powerful and necessary to have a solid brand for your creative business. The power of recognition with your community, the power of trust, making it easier on you or any designers that you have on your team in the future, and making a quality first impression. All right, in the next lesson, we're going to chat about why your brand is so much more than a logo and how to establish your deeper strategy. I'll see you there.